In this training, we are doing 2 sets of hangs. The first one will be on an edge and the second one will be on a sloper. We're doing 4 repetitions in each set, hanging for 15 seconds, resting for 15 seconds. If you haven't used one, then you're probably pretty new to climbing. You probably don't want to start right away on hang boards. You should just get your volume up on the wall, just climb a lot. So you want to find where that sweet spot is. We're going to start on a jug, hold for 15 seconds. If you feel really good about that, go down to something that's a little less positive. By the end of the sets, you're starting to feel a little bit of fatigue and maybe not able to make the full 15 seconds. Resting is super important between the hangs. You're really addressing smaller muscles and tendons. They need a bit of time for recovery, or you can hurt yourself and damage those same tendons. 30 seconds a minute, and then do your next rep. There are 3 different ways that you can hold a hold for an edge. Full crimp is your thumb on top of your forefinger. Half crimp is your thumb next to your forefinger. And then an open hand. It's really important that you get your pinky involved. Don't let your pinky hang off. I also prefer that you're not doing something called a chisel, where you're bending your first knuckle while holding, stabilizing on a hold. When you're starting out and you want to think about which hand position to use, go for an open hand position. It's the most useful position because it's the least aggressive of all of them. There's a variety of ways that you can do slopers. On the different hang boards, they have different types of slopers on them. Some of them are very big bulbous slopers and some of them are flat rounded slopers. Another way to do it is look for your system walls. I can find the hold that I want to train. In this case, I'll take a sloper as a bad hold for one arm, and then I'm going to use a positive hold for the other arm. Just open hand and let yourself hang off of it. If you can keep your thumb just lightly pressed against it, that's not ideal. I think it's very dangerous to just jump and start putting a weight belt on with 25 pounds. You may be really strong in pull-ups, but we're really relying on other muscles and tissues to hold you for these. What I would do again is I would start very conservatively. I've got a 6-pound weight here. I know I can do pull-ups with more than that, but I'm gonna go conservative on this. If 6 pounds feels super doable and I'm doing my workout and I'm having that same effect where 15 seconds feels really casual at the end, that's a good indicator to go ahead and increase the weight. Again, if you've gone too far, you'll know. If you go 25 pounds and you're trying to do hangs and you can't get through 3 of your 10 repetition set, then you know you've got too much weight, you need to back it down. Now, what happens if you can't actually hold on for the full amount of time and you're having a hard time meeting any kind of set? You need to take weight off instead of adding weight on. So there are several ways you can do that. You can use a pulley system to add counterweights, which would add resistance to the overall set, taking weight off of your body and your fingers and allowing the weight to help pull you up. Another way that you can do that is to use something like an elastic. And with an elastic, you can lock your foot or your knee in there. All right, so 15 seconds is a sweet spot. Let's test it out.